constant tug of war with me inside my head that how am I supposed to be? When I hear people say they miss the old Eminem, and then I do the old Eminem, people go, oh man, he's too old to do that. He needs to mature his content. He's growing up as a man. He's in his 40s and he's supposed to be this way or that way, and he needs to mature. And then when I do that, then people go back to, I miss old Eminem. What do you do when you get to a certain age but you feel like you haven't lost it? Am I supposed to sit up here and have the platform that I have and not call bullshit bullshit? I'm blessed to be able to have a platform to be able to say things and still get the attention, and as long as I can grab ears, that's kind of my intent. One of the things that's happened to me over the years is rapping gets harder, but rhyming gets easier, if that makes any sense. Rhyming gets easier because when I think of a couple phrases or whatever it is, I think of so much shit that rhymes with it, you know, and connecting the syllables and all, doing all that, like, but by the time it's all said and done, is this different than anything I've done? But when I say rapping gets harder, is because the further along you get in your career, there's less places to go that you haven't been. This generation of rappers that are in the game established and rappers that are coming up, one of the things I think that it's important that they take from people like me, Jay-Z, is to see how long someone can actually go for. Jay is a good guide because he's a guide for, it's almost like he can see what's going on in hip-hop. He's very in tune with the times. And then he does something his own way, and then other people follow it. One of the things I'm very aware of, I think, and pretty in tune with, is I know that with me, the rage isn't there. I don't have the rage I did when I first came out. You know, I was just coming out of my situation in life, you know, so I was salty about a lot of shit and had a lot of rage and just said whatever was on my mind. The rage might not still be there, but the passion is the exact same as it's always been. You know, this is real shit that's been going on in our country for so long, and the reason that I'm head down on the fucking cover is because I feel like, yes, we've made some strides since the 50s and 60s and 70s. That's great, but we have not come far enough. It makes me realize, fuck, we didn't come as far as I thought we did. And that's why I feel disgusted in a country that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was born here. This is all I know. This is, you know, my opinion, the best country to live in. But you can't ignore the bullshit that goes on. This is what happens. When I start talking about Trump, I get too flustered in my head, and the shit that I want to say, there's too many things I want to say at once. So sometimes I start talking and I'm not able to convey the message the right way because I just get flustered and frustrated watching him play to his base that thinks that he cares about them, and it's actually the people that he cares about the fucking least. If you're talking about his core being, you know, a majority white middle class, what I don't understand is how in the fuck do you feel like you relate to a billionaire who has never known struggle his entire fucking life? I will say this, he talks a good one. And if you're in his base, you're a core, let's say you're going to the rallies or whatever, you watch him on TV, you hear him talking this shit, there's part of me that understands, like, all right, he's somehow still got them because he's brainwashing them into thinking that something great is gonna happen. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. I don't know, man. I get really flustered when I talk about it. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on, and we are going to get past it, whatever amount of time it takes. I hope it's not long. That's kind of where I'm at.